Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right, NFL week number 4. All right, week 3, 10-6 straight up picks, 5-11 against the spread, 5-11 on the over/under. Year to date, straight up picks, 26-22 against the spread, 14-34, over/under 22-26. Struggling. Okay, now last week I was trying something a little tweaking my over/under predictions and fucked that all up. So let's do something different this week. All right, so we got all the games this week as we always do here on Robert Sports Show. So Thursday night we have the 0-3 Jacksonville Jaguars versus the 2-1 Cincinnati Bengals. The Jaguars are scoring 17 points a game, giving up 30. I know Trevor Lawrence. He's not used to losing, playing in Clemson. He had 2 losses his entire college career. He's got 3 now in the NFL. It's a whole different ballgame. I don't think he's playing bad. I think Jacksonville needs a defense. I would say I'm a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, but like I've said here before, if you follow Robert Sports Show, you know I'm a pro wrestling fan. You know I'm an AEW fan. AEW is owned by Tony Khan. Him and his dad, Shaka Khan, own the Jacksonville Jaguars. So in default, I'm a Jaguars fan. So yeah, they need to get better. Cincinnati, fantasy-wise, I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan because I got Joe Mixon and I got Jamar Chase. So yeah, as long as Joe Burrow keeps throwing to my boys, I'm good. Bengals are favored by 7.5 here. They are 2-1 on the season. Don't see any reason why that's going to change here on Thursday night. Cincinnati winning. I got them covering the 7.5 and then under on the 46. Next up, the 3-0 Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold can be a good quarterback. How about that? He has never won more than 2 games in a season. They go up against the Dallas Cowboys, who are 2-1. Panthers defense is playing great, averaging 10 points, only giving up 30 points on the season. It's averaged 10 points a game given up. The line on this game is officially Dallas by 4.5. I don't believe in the Cowboys right now. I'm giving that 4.5 to Carolina. I got the Panthers going 4-0, winning this game, covering the 4.5 and under on the 15.5 overall points. Next up, we have the 2-1 Cleveland Browns versus the 1-2 Minnesota Vikings. Cleveland favored by 2 on the road. Got them winning, covering, and under on the 51.5. We have the hapless Detroit Lions. Is it another 0-16 season for them? They're already 0-3. They go 0-4 here. It's a fourth quarter of the season. Oh, no, actually, they might be the first 0-17 team. They are going up against the Bears. Who's the quarterback for the Bears? Dalton's hurt. Fields is hurt. Nick Foles. He hadn't started, hopefully. As I looked at the depth chart, it was like the only healthy quarterback they had was Nick Foles. So, as long as Nick Foles does get the start, I think Chicago will turn around. They will beat up on the Lions. Chicago's favored by 3 at home, winning, covering, and under on the 42. Next up, the Houston Texans 1-2 versus the 2-1 Buffalo Bills. Houston, either start Deshaun Watson or trade Deshaun Watson. Now, everyone says, I've seen people respond going, well, it's hurting his trade value not starting. Actually, I think it's helping it because he's healthy. When we get 8, 10, 12 games into this season, people might need a healthy quarterback. He's a healthy quarterback. They may give up a small fortune to get him. Buffalo, Josh Allen is the real deal. They have their franchise quarterback. Buffalo is favored by 16.5 at home. That's a big number. That number scares me. I'm going Buffalo winning. I got Houston covering. This is a big number, 16.5. That is, 3 scores? I mean, come on. So, yeah, I'm going Buffalo winning, Houston covering, under on the 47. The 0-3 Indianapolis Colts versus the 1-2 Miami Dolphins. Colts are 0-3. Who would have thought that? They go against the Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 1.5 at home. I don't really care for the Dolphins right now. Yeah. This is one of those, they'll flip a coin and see what happens. I'll take Indy. I'll give Indy the 1.5. They cover. I'm taking over in the 42.5. I'm wrong. Next up, we have the 1-2 Kansas City Chiefs versus the 1-2 Philadelphia Eagles. The Chiefs' defense is trash. Straight up trash. I'm a Chiefs fan because I'm from about an hour from Kansas City. I've belonged to a couple different Chiefs sites on Facebook. If you read those sites, you would think the Chiefs are 0-3, scoring 5 points. I mean, it's just like they just trash everything about it. I mean, good God. Andy Reid went to the hospital of dehydration. People are saying he's almost dead. I mean, good God. Yeah, it's just people are freaking out in Kansas City. Mahomes is playing good. Kelsey's playing good. They just can't hang on to the fucking football. You gotta hang on to the ball. And that defense, I mean, you gotta stop people. The defense is giving up more points than Mahomes is scoring. That's crazy. If you look at the season on average, they've averaged 30.6 points a game. They've given up 31.6. I actually think Jalen Hurts will have a good game against Kansas City. Kansas City's favored by a touchdown. Due to fantasy reasons, I've met Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, my first and second pick. Kansas City wins, covers the 7, over on the 54.5. Yeah, I need over because I need some points. Because I'm fancy 2-1, second place, I believe. All right, we have the New York Giants, 0-3. Surprise, surprise there. I mean, come the fuck on in New York. I mean, we have this really cool $1 billion stadium, and the two teams that live there are... The fuck are the Jets? Did I even put the Jets game on here? The Jets, there we are. 0-6 in New York. I mean, really? Yeah, so Saints 2-1. Jameis Winston, good quarterback. Who would have thunk? Everybody knew he was a good quarterback. He just got to control his interceptions. Yeah, New Orleans favored by 7.5. I think they're going to be okay. They're going to win. They're going to cover. They're going to go under on that 42. Next up, we have the 2-1 Tennessee Titans versus the 0-3 New York Jets. Tennessee's favored by 7.5. I got them winning, covering. As long as Derrick Henry can get in a groove, that 45 may be possible just for the Titans. You know what? I'm changing it. I'm going over on the 45. I don't think Jets defense is going to stop Tannehill and Derrick Henry. Next up, we have the battle of the 1-2s. We have the Washington football team. Get a name already, guys. Come on, the Washington football team. Atlanta Falcons, both 1-2. Both are not playing well. Washington is favored by 1.5. I get them winning, covering, and over on the 48. Now, this could be game of the week. This game should have been moved to either Sunday night or Monday Night Football, or hell, even Thursday. NFC West, battle of the 3-0 teams. Arizona Cardinals, Los Angeles Rams, both teams 3-0. Both teams scoring over 30 points apiece average. Arizona 34, the Rams 31. Whew, what a game this is going to be actually be. I think it's going to be a good game. The official line is Rams by 4.5. Matthew Stafford, he's 3-0. Jared Goff is 0-3 in Detroit. Sam Darnold is 3-0 in Carolina. Who knew these guys could actually, Kyler Murray. Okay. DeAngelo Hopkins. Yep. I'm giving the 4.5 to Arizona. I'm taking Arizona for the upset over Los Angeles. They cover the 4.5 and over on the 55. Next up with 1-2 Seattle Seahawks versus the 2-1 San Francisco 49ers. 49ers favored by 2.5. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 52. The 2-1 Baltimore Ravens versus the surprise 3-0 Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos are 3-0. That's just nuts. Broncos are favored by 1 at home. I'm picking the Broncos to win, to cover the 1 and under on the 45. Then we have Pittsburgh Steelers 1-2. Not playing well. 2-1 Green Bay Packers. Is there a quarterback controversy in Green Bay? don't know if they keep winning. I think Rodgers keeps playing, but it would not be surprising if on the offseason Mr. Rodgers is by. That's my opinion. Green Bay favored by 6.5. I got them winning, covering, and over on the 45.5. Sunday Night Football. Everyone's looking forward to this. The 2-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the 1-2 New England Patriots. Now, Mac Jones, young quarterback, 3 career starts. Tom Brady, we know his 20-year history. We know all the Super Bowls. We know everything about. One thing that I thought was really neat, I looked this up. Mac Jones, first 3 career NFL starts. He's 1-2, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. If you look at Tom Brady's first three NFL starts with New England, he was 1-2 with 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So literally in their first 3 games, they are pretty close together. That's cool. Really cool. Their biggest difference is Tom Brady got to sit behind Drew Bledsoe. Mac Jones doesn't have that option. I think in the long run, Mac Jones is going to be just fine. I do have Tampa Bay winning this. I have them covering the 6.5 and under on the 49. Tom Brady has proven time after time after time, age is just a number. Someday, Tom Brady will have to not play football any longer. Who the hell knows what that's going to be? Because he's beating Father Time off with a kendo stick right now. And he's winning. Yeah, it's just amazing what he can do at his age. All right, Monday Night Football. It's going to be a good game, too, I think. The Las Vegas Raiders 3-0 versus the 2-1 Los Angeles Chargers. The Chargers are favored by 3.5. Do we all remember back a few years ago when these two teams were talking about moving to LA and sharing a stadium, and then the Rams are doing their own thing? Oh, how that might have changed. Now we have Los Angeles Chargers sharing a stadium with the Rams, and then the Raiders in Vegas. Crazy how life works. The Raiders 3-0. I'm giving the Raiders that 3.5. I got the Raiders winning, covering the 3.5, and over on the 52.5. All right. So that is NFL week number 4. Hopefully we'll be a little bit better than last week. Gets the spread over under 5-11. Hopefully we do better than that. 10-6 straight picks. I'm cool with that. We can be like that again. Make sure that you go on Robert Sports Show and you check out NCAA College Football Week 5. Also, CFL Week 9. And if you're a NASCAR fan, check out the preview of all 3 Talladega races this weekend. Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and Cup Series. If you've never watched a NASCAR race, check them out. You know what? Talladega is nuts. The big one around every corner. You never know what's going to happen. If you can go back, I don't know if you can find it online or if you can stream it or whatever. The races they had at Bristol a couple weeks ago, those were must watch. But yeah, if you're not a NASCAR fan, please check it out. It's intriguing if you to watch it. I've been a NASCAR fan since the mid '80s, so I've been a NASCAR fan longer than I've been a pro wrestling fan. So, but that's all I got here on Robert Sports Show, NFL Week 4. Robert Sports Show is for your entertainment purposes only. If you take any picks that I do here and you bet money on it, good job. You win, awesome. If you lose, entertainment only. As always, Robert Sports Show is filmed in front of a live studio audience. My 10-year-old Golden Doodle is right back there. He is in the room for every video that I've ever done, and since he's been alive. So it's always filmed in front of a live studio audience. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.